How to prepare for leadership level position interview. Hello friends, my name is Dhirendra Gautam and I'm a leadership coach. I'm the director at India Coaching Federation. Today I will be talking about how you can prepare for the interview if you are appearing for a CEO, CXO or a leadership level job interview. This video is only for the people who are at the senior level and who is appearing for C-level executive interview, CEO level interview, and a top level business leader level interview. This is not for the managerial level and the junior level interview. And of course, I know that if you are watching this video, you must be at the C-level executive and you have experience of your prior interview. And of course, you might be appearing for some more interview to uplift and get better opportunity for your job and career. Have you noticed one time that when you are called for a director and a C-level executive positions interview, and suppose you have been called along with the three people, suppose you are applying for a CEO level interview for a company, and that board of directors or the managing director or the organization has decided to call for three people, including you. All the three people who has been called for the interview are having the same technical and functional capability. Nobody is inferior to anybody else. And you must have noticed this. What you can do it technically, functionally, managerially, as a leadership level, all other 2, 3 people or 4 people can do that. So if that is the situation in the interview, the problem is for the interviewer. It is going to be difficult for the interviewer to decide whom they are going to hire out of these 3 people. And if that is the situation with the interviewer, the ball is in your court as a candidate. It is you who can create the influence in the interview to get selected. Because your technical capability, leadership capability, and functional capability are at par with other 2 or 3 people has been called for the interview. They know exactly everything what you know, and they can do everything what you can do. So this is very common in you and 2 other people or 3 other people who has been called for the interview. So the interviewer is not going to remember those things which are equally common in all of you. So your technical capability, functional capability, managerial capability, leadership capability, all are going to be not the deciding factor. So what is going to be the deciding factor and how you can create that in your interview to get selected and become a CEO or a CXO in the organization, that I will be sharing to you here. In our leadership coaching program, the program to become CEO, we elaborate and explain everything in much detail, and I prepare the people to become the CEO. If you are interested to joining that program, you can join it at indiacoachingfederation.com and our executives will call you. But let's understand how you can prepare for your interview for the C-level executive position or for the CEO level. So in interview, there are 3 probabilities. There can be several levels of interview, several rounds of interview, and the only 3 people will be interviewing it. First, there can be HR round, where the HR director will be interviewing, CHRO will be interviewing it. There will be the second round, where your functional head, might be the CEO, will be interviewing it. The managing director will be interviewing it. And there can be a third round, where the board of director or the owners of the company, the board of directors, they will be interviewing it. As per the understanding of fundamental of human design and leadership coaching, these all three people, the HR head, your functional head, and the managing director, have three different priority. Let's understand with an example. You are going to join as a chief financial officer or a chief marketing officer or a CEO of the organization. So let's take an example that you are applying for a C-level and you have been come for an interview for CEO position in an organization. And these three peoples are probably going to interview you. The HR head, the managing director or the CEO of the organization or the group CEO, and the board of director, who is again the owner of the organization. These three peoples have different priorities. So let's understand one by one how you can prepare for the HR level interview. HR requires a competent CEO or CXO to be hired in the organization. But they are very clear to select the person as per the KRA designed or given to or explained to them. Either the HR team has designed the KRA or it has been designed in consultation with the CEO or managing director or the board of directors. So the role of HR head is to ensure that all what is mentioned in the KRA of that CEO role, you fit into each and every areas in the role. So whatever skills, competencies, capabilities, performance measure, achievement is required or prior experience is required to become the CEO, you have been asked by the HR people because they need to ensure and tick, 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 tick. Okay, you know this, you know this, you know this, you know this, you know this. And once it matches everything, then you are shortlisted for the next level kind of interview. So what we need to ensure while appearing for the HR level of interview, we should be able to answer what is questioned and expected from the HR head or the HR person who is taking your HR round of interview. Never try to be over smart in the HR round. There can be some problem. What that can be problem? I will not able to set it on this video call because a lot of HR people, a lot of other people will be watching on this video. But there can be some problems and challenges. So be very specific to the question asked and answer that question professionally. Be professional in your behavior. Show your confidence, capability, and answer very specifically the question what is asked and up to what level the question has been asked. And you will be able to ensure that you are going to clear HR round. Let's talk about the second round, where you have been interviewed by the functional head, that is managing director or the CEO or the group CFO, CEO of the organization. So he is going to be your direct reporting, to whom you are going to report. If there is a group CEO, then you are going to report to him, or is a managing director, then you are going to report as a CEO to him. What your functional head needs, to whom you are going to report. Most of the functional head to whom you are going to report, if it is a managing director and you are interviewing, giving interview for the CEO, or if the functional head is a CEO and you are appearing for the interview for say CHRO or CFO or CMO or CIO or any chief director or managers or VP level interview you are appearing, the CEO always feels, or the head of the business unit, head of the business operation always feels that he is very much highly occupied with his all work. He is having a lot of work pressure and work balance. So he is always looking for a person who can take the responsibility of his work. So if you are applying for a CFO role and your CEO is going to take your interview, then here you need to be a smart. What are the financial interventions CEO is required to manage the finance function in addition with the CFO or finance director role? That you have to clearly articulate that. Suppose you are applying for a sales and marketing head or sales or marketing director in the organization, what kind of intervention CEO is doing to create better sales for the organization, that you need to understand. And in your interview, you need to ensure that you are going to take the full responsibility of that, and the CEO is going to have very less intervention in that work, and he is going to have some free time after that when you join. So you have to prove your smartness, how you are able to deliver the result, sales result, financial result, business result, marketing result in your prior organization, how you are able to take the complete control, how you are able to grow the business, how in terms of number, top line, bottom line, and cash flow, it is able to deliver to the organization. And if you are able to prove that, yes, the burden of a CEO is going to reduce, you are going to be a strong pillar for him, you are going to be a strong business partner for him. After some time, when you join the organization, he is going to have not much intervention and not much work of required. You will be able to do everything proper way. Then he is going to consider you as one of the best candidate for the role, because their responsibility, the role of the responsibility of the CEO is to deliver the result, deliver the top line, deliver the bottom line, deliver the cash flow, deliver the financial result, bottom line. So he has a role in each and every department and function. He is taking care of the sales department, marketing department, finance department, HR department, supply chain, production, manufacturing, warehousing, HR, CA, information technology, everywhere. So he is always looking for a business partner or the functional head who can be independent and manage the role in best way, so that he should require to invest very less time, so that he can focus most of the time in other areas to improve it. So you have to come with an example, answer the questions, and then you reply to him. Don't be very specific to the question asked. When he is asking the question, explain it with example. When your immediate boss, your line manager, your CEO or managing director is asking question, you explain it with example, how you are able to do it in your prior organization and how you are having the unique opportunity to create it in a better way, and you can take this organization to the next level of growth and success by that capability. So that you have to ensure it in your line managers to whom you are going to report for the interview. The third and final round of interview can be happen with the business owners. Who are the owners of the organization? Who are the shareholder of the organization? That can be a managing director also. That can be a board of directors also. That can be anybody, consultants also. Might be big consultants who are interviewing you on behalf of the board of directors. Anyway, can be. There the priority is different. If you are going to join as a CEO, or if you are going to join as a CFO, CMO, CHRO, production head, marketing head, sales head, whatever, they are looking for a future business leaders. So you are not only required to prove that you are functionally and technically competent in your role, but how you are capable of taking a business role. Yes, what you heard, I said it. You have to show your capability that how you are capable to taking the business role. What is the meaning of the business role? How you can work in the organization for a couple of years and how you can take over the next level of leadership role so that company should not have problem in creating future business leader. That you need to have it. So here, when you are sharing your experience and example relevant to the question they have been asked, you are not only going to limit up to your limit, but you are going to share your plans, how you can deliver it. Suppose you are a sales and marketing head and you have been interviewed by a board or the shareholders, and you are applying for a sales and marketing head for a retail organization, and in your prior organization you have experience of setting up 200 retail chains. Then to the board of director, when you interview and we have asked for this kind of question, you have to tell that you have planned how you can set up 500 store chains all over the India and across the globe. So you should be having a plan how you can deliver it, how you can mobilize the resource, how you can mobilize the manpower, how you can empower and transform them, how you can manage the next level leadership, and you can reach the organization from current 200 retail stores to 500 retail stores that they wanted looking of. Let's take another example. If you are applying for a CFO role, so when it is interviewed by the board of director, you have to tell them that if the turnover of the company is 5,000 crore, how you have a plan to take this company to 10,000 crore. If the company is not a listed company, how you have the capability to take this company to public, how you can take this company, grow this company in next 5 years, and after 3 to 5 years, you can make it public where the capitalization can be 20,000 crore for the company. So this kind of examples, you have to give it where the board of director, the managing director, whoever taking on the behalf of the owner, the interview, they should have the confidence that this person is not only going to limit his capability to his functional area as a finance leader or as a supply chain leader or the manufacturing leader or as a sales and marketing leader, but he is going to help the organization to grow to the next level. He is going to double the organization. He is going to take this organization global. If we have 300 store, he is going to take it to 1,000 store. If our company is 5,000 crore, he is going to take it to 10,000 crore by taking the IPO. How you can mobilize the financial resource, how you can create the leadership, how you can manage that kind of organization. These all you need to explain while you are talking to the owners. Owners are looking for future business leader. Owners are looking to double their revenue, double their growth, double their profitability, double their market share. Everything they are looking to business growth. So when you are getting interviewed by the business owner, you have to be a different person. So these are the three brief levels of discussion I would like to share how we can prepare for your interview for the C-level executive role or a CXO or CEO level role. But before that, I wanted to tell you one more thing. Many of the time when we apply for the job, we have a template CV and we send it to all. Specifically, when you are applying for a business leadership role, C-level executive role or a CEO level role, never send your template CV. Just go through with the job description in detail, understand each and every minute point, prioritize those points required as a job description in the interview to put as a highlight in your CV. Yes, you might be knowing everything and each and everything what is expected and written in the job description for the role, but you might have written in between, might have written in next page your 70 to 80% of the capability what is requested in the job description given to you or you have applying online, whatever mentioned in the job description, 70 to 80% of the capability has to be reflect on your first page. Ensure first page should reflect 70 to 80% of the requirement mentioned in the job role you are applying for the interview. Never forget, it is your CV or profile which is getting shortlisted first, and you are going to be called for the interview second. If your CV is not getting shortlisted, then you will not able to call for the interview, and chances of preparing for the interview is not there because you will not be called for the interview. So be very specific. Don't be a very active job seeker. Be a passive job seeker. Apply only for those roles which is matching your profile at least 50% plus. So apply for the role which is matching up to 50% plus. You can manage it, you can inflate it, you can recreate it, and your first page of the CV should reflect 70 to 80% of what is expected from the job description, which is given by your consultant or a online portal, wherever you got it. So you ensure to prepare that level of profile, then you apply for the job and send it to that. So when the HR or anybody is reviewing your CV, he finds 60 to 70, 80% of the matching points on the first point, so your CV is gets shortlisted. 70 to 80% of the CV are not getting shortlisted. We will able to tell you all in our advanced leadership development program. If you are willing to become a CEO and a business leader, we have a 100% money back guaranteed program where you can participate. If you don't like, I will return your 100% money back. And it is not going to spend your time, that you will able to understand in 2-3 session of 2 hours and 3 hours each. Not more than 2 session, 1 hour, 1 session of 2 hours is more than enough. So why you are waiting for? You have been waiting for a long time and you are not able to achieve. Let's try something better. Write it to us and we are able to help you. Thank you very much.